Sorry about that, y'all. YouTube tried to get goofy on me, so I just closed the live out and brought up another one. The video I was watching before I went live was still playing in the background. It's weird. All right. Anyway, Grand Rising, y'all. All right, let's do what we do. Shout out to my new subscribers. Love y'all. Shout out to my old school subscribers. Love y'all. And shout out to my TikTokers. If it wasn't for all y'all, none of this would be possible. I would not be out here in the sun getting that beautiful view of nature and taking in this cold ass air. Feel a little bit on the weather, man. I think somebody's trying to put spells on me. I'm getting kind of lazy like the past few days. Anyway, hey, look, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all keep me going. Sorry about being late. It was really cold, so I waited on it to get a little bit warmer. Also, I was getting caught up on comments, man. You guys are putting the time in these comments. I want to put the time into you guys. So I spent a couple hours getting caught up on comments, and you guys are putting these comments in there. I mean, they're deep. I love it. I really appreciate it. So I spent a couple hours talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. I was talking to y'all in the comments, okay? And I wanted to make sure I got a few of them done before I went live. You know, I'm trying to get caught up, and I'm getting caught up. I'm getting caught up. You know, I'm almost halfway, most of the way through it, okay? Just bear with me. Bear with me. Y'all have some good conversations in there. Like, I love how y'all see somebody's comment and just start commenting on it, chopping it up. You know, that's community, man. That's love. You know, that's a tribe, man. It's a tribe. You know, I got my notes. Got it on the back of this bill paper right here. You know, so anyway, you see the title. Let's talk about it. 5 ways to identify that you're dealing with a covert narcissist parent. Yeah, let's talk about it. It's gonna be more than 5. I started writing this stuff down. I think I'm gonna have like a part 2 and a part 3 because I gotta keep it short. So, you know, and I know those part 2s and part 3s don't really go over very well with you guys, but I gotta get it all out. So anyway, be expecting a part 2 at least. Let's get started. They're never happy. Listen, I know that seems very vague, but I'm talking about no matter what you do, no matter how good it is, no matter how excellent it is, they're never really happy. They give you that narc look no matter what. It's like that look like, it's kind of like a hint of jealousy. You know what I'm talking about. You get the look, you know? And 9 times out of 10, they'll say something kind of shady that lets you know that they're really not all that happy for you. And you know what I'm saying? It kind of instills like a bad type of mentality, you know, when you're a child, because then it doesn't make you feel like you can be happy for anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So you start thinking that way. And you gotta be really strong as you grow up and realize that's not the way to be thinking. But still, they're never happy. You know what I mean? Like it's the craziest thing. You know, you try, and what that causes to happen is it causes for everybody around them to try harder to make them happy than to just be happy and be themselves. And it causes for a messed up relationship, man. Man, let's go on to number 2. You know, well, this is part of number 1. You know, they're never happy for your achievements. Like, your achievements, if it doesn't kind of somewhat can benefit them in a braggable way that make it seem like, yeah, look what my kid did that I made. You know what I'm saying? Then it's kind of like, you're going to get the shade. You're going to get the shade. They're control freaks. Okay? Pretty sure if you can remember back in your childhood or whatever, you know, I mean, they are complete control freaks. It's like you have to do it exactly the way they want you to do it. And if you don't, you'll be punished. And, you know, if you're a child, you know, you'll get punished however children get punished, you know, whether, you know, you get whooping or, you know, whether they just take away, you know, certain things that they help that they were giving you before, you know, like that kind of punishment, you know, which that kind of punishment, it'll go all the way through until adulthood, you know what I mean, where they just start shunning you and going to their favorite, you know, child, you know, and, you know, triangulating and all kind of weirdo stuff, man. I don't think that they really understand the kind of kids that they make, because they're going to make one or two, right? Which is going to be something else on our list. They're going to make a kid that they can break, or they're going to make an unbreakable kid. So these narcissists, man, like, they really be making us into these unbreakable, phenomenal people that we are, because, you know, when you put pressure, you know what I'm saying, cold, whatever, you get diamonds, man. You know what I mean? I have that pressure, and they put that pressure. They're really trying to break you, which is one of these others on the list, but I'm not going to get to that one just yet. They compete with you, okay? They compete with you. You know they compete with you. You know they compete with you because whenever you're doing whatever you're doing, you know whenever you bring it up to that parent, there's going to be some kind of passive-aggressive, weird, kind of shady thing said back to you or whatever. You know you can't just say it to them like you would say it to anybody else that would at least appear to genuinely be happy for you, right? They'll compete with you. Some of them, you know what I mean, these narcs will compete with you directly as if you're like their homegirl or something. You know, I've seen that with my exes. You know, their moms competing directly with them, like, you know, that's their homegirl, and they got to have everything comparable to them instead of being proud for them or thinking like, hey, you know, I did a good job raising them. You know what I'm saying? They're doing pretty well for themselves. It can't be like that. They got to be doing better than you. I guess it makes them feel like some type of incompetence if they're not. It's weird. They're always talking about somebody. This is, I mean, I know people gossip. I know I'm kind of strange because I don't do it at all, but they are always talking about somebody. And the funny thing is, they don't think, well, if this person sees I'm talking about everybody, well, what's going to make them think that I'm not talking about them whenever they're not around? Absolutely nothing. I'm sure that they do. As a matter of fact, me being the black sheep of the family, I'm sure I get talked about the most, you know, but they feel like they can fool somebody, but they're always having to talk about somebody. You know what that also helps people to do? It allows people not to reflect on themselves and to fix whatever problems they have. If they're constantly focusing on everybody else's problems, when their opinion's not asked for or nothing like that, they're just spending too much time in their day thinking about other people's problems. Just focus on you, man. Just focus on you. They triangulate the kids. Look, man, 9 times out of 10, if you're not really getting along with your sibling, you got a narc parent. I had I have 4 siblings, 2 of which live with me. They came to visit me, and they liked hanging out with me so much, they lived with me for like up to a year with one, over a year with the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like the other one, my brother, we ended up getting a place together, like a, 3-bedroom apartment together. So how come we all hauled ass to get up out the house, right as we, got out of high school, but then we can all also, hang out with each other, meet up later on, and have a great time with each other, live with each other, learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? My brother, he after he lived with me, or while he was living with me, he found his wife. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the triangulation is just to kind of make them to where they're valuable to the family, which they're going to be, period. But they don't really feel like they have value unless the kids have to come to them for stuff, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so the next one is they think they can do whatever it is that you do. They think they can do it better. So whatever you have going on and you bring it to them, venting or whatever, they're going to actually give you advice. You could be a doggone brain surgeon and they're going to give you advice. They always do. It doesn't matter. It won't be generalized advice either. It'll be how to do your craft. I don't know what it is. Now, it'll be a stranger in the street that's running a, I don't know, like a little hot dog stand or something. And they'll sit there and be like, man, that guy right there's doing it. Man, I really like to be able to do what he do. Now, you'll be like a doggone brain surgeon, and they'll be making it seem they can do what you do, and you ain't doing it right. It's just strange, man. It's strange. It's a strange behavior. But you gotta have that discernment. You gotta have that intuition to be able to see through the BS, and you can see right to whatever they're doing, and you're just like, being real goofy. And of course, with the triangulation, they're pitting the kids against each other. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have them against each other. Like always having something. You have to pay attention as the kid to be like, man, they always got something to say about this one and that one and that one. They must be talking about me. Why are they doing this? You gotta start thinking about that kind of stuff. You got to. you know? And most of the time, when you have kids that are a result of having a narcissist for a parent, those kids, when they get out of the house, they haul ass, and they don't really be coming back like that. You know, unless there's a, you know, a good parent in the mix, which like my mom, like she's a saint. She was a saint, you know. Bird. Then you come back, you know, or whatever. But that narc, man, these narc parents, man, they let it be known that they don't really care about you like that right out the gate. And we're gonna break these generational curses where the parent tells the kid, hey man, as soon as you turn graduating high school age, getting out my house, man, stop it, man. You just gonna throw them out in the street if they ain't got themselves together? Or you gonna put that kind of weight on them, you know, while they're trying to figure out life? We're gonna break that generational curse, man. That's a narc type of tendency, right? And I've said it to my kids, man. Hey, y'all graduate high school, y'all gotta get out. But I've realized that, hey, look, these kids might need a little more time than that. And the fact that I can realize that and I can say that I was wrong, that was just a narcissistic tendency, man. That's just something I shook off. These kids need time, man. You know, they might need more time than us. And I don't want my son or any future kids I have to feel like I got to be out by 18 no matter what. You know, even if that's going into the military, I got to get out. I just got to get out. I got to do something. I don't want that kind of pressure on them. You know what I mean? We're going to have to wrap this up. I said there's going to be another part to it, but I'm going to get a couple more out. They hate watch TV. I don't know, you know, I'm pretty sure that they hate watch TV. They'll find something on TV to dislike and be mad at and yell. If they can't be yelling at someone else, they'll be hate watching a TV show and just yelling at the TV and just arguing with the TV, watching stuff they know they shouldn't be watching. You know, man, it's just cop beating. Why are you watching it, man? Man, I'm tired of looking at this doggone politics. Why are you watching it, man? Why are you watching it? Go watch something positive. What are you doing? Instead of watch a bunch of negative stuff just to hate watch it. And then don't get drug into a conversation. And man, that soul draining thing that the elder narcissist does in conversation. Do not get caught up in a conversation with a covert narcissist. They drain your soul through those conversations. They're never ending arguments. There's circle talk. There's never no facts brought up or nothing like that. It's just a bunch of circle talk, a bunch of regurgitated information that they overheard on TV, because they get all their information from social media and TV. I don't care what anybody says. They ain't cracking no book open for nothing. They get their information, regurgitated information, from sources that are opinionated, you know what I'm saying, biased, you know, and then they try to throw it at you and you bring not unbiased fact to them and you put them on the spot about it, and then you get start getting gaslit. Or if the siblings are around that are flying monkeys, or we'll talk about the parent-child narcissist relationship. You know, the son husbands and the daughter wives. I got a video coming out about that, you know what I'm saying, today. But they'll have that one come in, you know what I mean? And they'll gaslight you and triangulate you and try to shame you out of the facts and knowledge you brought in. It's simple. So again, once you figure out what these people do, you know what their tactics are, then you can start training yourself against it, and then you're the ultimate narc slayer. I mean, it's just done deal. No one wants to even speak to you because you got them like sewed up. But hey, you know, look, I'm gonna go ahead and have to make a part 2. I got more videos coming. Sorry about being late. Had to get caught up on the comments. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Have a great day. Grand rising. Be about love. Keep your vibration up and your frequency up. We're going to work out today. It's going to be a great day. Affirmations. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you.